Welcome to today's webinar on overcoming data challenges to drive strategic workforce decisions. I'll soon be handing over to our consultants at Orgvue, Amalia Stein and John Lyon. Before I do, remember you can drop questions in the chat at any time. We won't be able to respond during the presentation, but we'll follow up afterwards. Also, expect a survey after the webinar. Please take a moment to complete it so we can keep on delivering relevant and valuable content. Thank you. And now over to you, Amalia and John.
Hi, so I'm Amalia Stein. I'm a senior account manager here at Orgvue, and I'm here today to talk to you about overcoming your data challenges to drive faster strategic decision-making in transformation and workforce planning. So I've been with Orgvue for just over 4 years. I started as on our professional services team, and now I am on our account management team. And so I work directly with our customers to support their strategically to get as much value out of the platform as they can. And so with the topic we're going to be talking about today, it's actually very near and dear to my heart because I started my career working in finance. And I've spent many, many hours building budgets and reconciling those budgets to HR data. And the first time I saw Orgvue in practice, I was actually working for one of our customers as a user. And my mind was just blown because I wish that this was a tool that I had in my finance days. When I was responsible for building those budgets, it would have made my life so much easier and faster to have all of my data in one place, to be able to bring that finance and that HR lens all together. And my colleague John here is going to do the demo in the second half of this session. Okay, great. So I'm sure, as you all have experienced, the pathway to success in org design and workforce planning is complex and full of many challenges. So today we're going to focus on some of the common data challenges in transformation, which is how your unstructured data is living in disparate systems. It can make it difficult to get an accurate and full picture of your organization. And we're going to talk about how Orgvue helps to alleviate that pain by bringing all your data together in one place to drive faster strategic workforce decisions. We are living in an information age and data is abundant, but that doesn't always mean that it's accessible or usable. Unstructured data can be confined within functional silos. Leaders are each working off their own source of truth, which can lead to confusion and challenges in collaboration. There can be a lack of integration between your different systems and locations. For example, HR data, finance data, sales data, they all live in their respective systems of record and they don't necessarily talk to each other. You might also have insufficient data, interpretations, or insights and understandings, and it may be hard to spot those when you have gaps in your source systems. Your data might also become outdated quickly. So when you have data in all these different systems, the traditional way to see it together is to bring it all together in Excel or some other, manual way. And that can become outdated quickly when it's so manual. So we're going to discuss how Orgvue can help you address these challenges by bringing your data together and enabling those faster strategic decision-making. So Orgvue lives in the space in between. It's a schemaless platform, which allows companies to connect data sources that are traditionally siloed and enable then analysis that leaders need to make decisions about the best path forward for their organizations. And what makes Orgvue different from other data analytics systems that can do the same thing, like a Power BI or a Tableau, is that Orgvue is a system of design. So it enables you to address that so what. Some examples that we see repeatedly of how data living in different systems can make it challenging to see the full picture of your organization are, the first one is vacancies. They may not be recorded in your HR system of record. They might be approved by finance and included in their budget, and they might even be actively being recruited for in your TA system. But because they're not in the HRIS system until a candidate is hired, a business leader would have no way of seeing the true total cost of their organization in one place. Another example might be around managing the cost of contractors. This was a recent conversation I had with a customer. The leader doesn't have visibility into the number of contractors working in their organization because they're not captured in their HR system. And on top of that, the cost of contractors lives with procurement as just a total contract. So that if that leader wants to be able to get their spending down on contractors, they have no way of doing that confidently while also being confident that they're going to have the number of workers they need to actually get the work done. So bringing all of your position data, your vacancies, your contractor data, your finance data, and the list goes on, but bringing that all together in Orgvue means you can easily identify where there's opportunity for change and then actually start to model what your future org needs to look like and close those gaps by adding, changing, removing positions. And you'll have that ability all at your fingertips if you can see it all in one picture.